Hey y'all, wanted to give you an introduction to the video you're about to watch. First and foremost, want to be up front with you. There are no fish being caught in the making of this video. Mainly what you're going to see is you're actually going to see me out fishing and catching nothing. At the end of it, you'll hear me make a comment along the lines of maybe I ought to change the name from budget catfishing to trying to catch catfish on a budget. Because I have not had no luck catching anything hardly since I started this channel. But either way, I had fun making it. I always enjoy fishing, whether they bite or not. But hope you enjoy it. There'll be a second part. This will be a couple-minute clip that I think that'll come out probably in a couple days that I wanted to go along with it, but I didn't put it in here just because this is the longest video that I've done to date. I think we're looking at maybe 37 minutes or so. I'll put it out there, and I'll just tell you, if you watch it, you'll hear me talk about a particular bait that I'm using. This relates to that and my son, so I think you'll get a kick out of it. I know I had a kick out of watching it in real life. But guys, I just want to let you know I appreciate y'all watching. I appreciate your comments that you make. I appreciate your subscriptions. I appreciate all that. I just ask that you keep on doing it. Hopefully we'll make this thing grow, you know. That's kind of my dream. But I appreciate you. I hope you enjoy this, and my plan is to keep on doing it. Hope I can entertain you a little bit.
That's some big cat, Daddy.
Hey, bunch of catfishers. It's actually happened. I didn't know for sure if it would or not, but it looks like it's actually going to. Just dropped the boy off with his papaw. Going to help him try to sell a little bit of firewood. Meantime, we're heading to Ramey Creek. I don't remember if I posted it or not on video last night, but I thought about going to Paragon, but I'm by myself, and like I said, it's one of those places that's not ideal to be by yourself at night. So even with a gun, and I'm taking extra precaution tonight. I don't know, it's just one of those feelings, but I decided not to bring my little one. Decided to bring my bigger pistol that I'm actually going to have my shoulder harness tonight, just so it'd be easy to get. So yeah, hope you enjoy this next little bit. I'm going to try to get some recording of the drive through here. Real beautiful drive, especially now the leaves are starting to turn. Got some good color going on, so enjoy it. And we'll be there in a few moments, and we'll get back on and show you what we're trying out. We've got a little bit of everything to try tonight. We're going to throw everything we got at it. So. All right, so we're here at Ramey Creek. Looks like there's been several fish rolling, jumping around, so I think it's kind of promising this evening. So that being said, we're going to get baited up. We're going to throw a little bit of everything at them tonight. When I dropped my son off with his grandpa, he actually is a pretty avid fisherman, So he'd bought some bait, he said, down in Tennessee, and it is a I don't even know if you'd call it a dough bait or what. It's a prepackaged bait that's supposed to have no stink to it. He gave me pretty much a full bag of it, so we're gonna give that a try tonight. We've got some night crawlers we're gonna throw at it. Of course, we're gonna throw our red chicken at it. We're gonna try our marshmallows that's in garlic. I bought a can of Spam. Actually, not the Spam, but generic. We're going to throw that at it. And actually, my oldest son, while we were in the store, suggested, let's try this. And he picked up a jar of pickled pig's feet. So I'm like, you know what? Let's try it. So we're going to try some pickled pig's feet tonight, too. So, like I said, we went out. I brought a couple of rods, reels out of retirement, so we're going to give those a try tonight, too. So we're going to see what happens. First thing up we're going to try is the Catfish Pro catfish bait. They're in little squares like this. So we're going to put this on first, and we're going to try it with one. See what happens, and then we'll go from there as the night goes on. So see how this goes on a hook. They say you just put it in the middle and run it through. I'm not sure, but it went on. So get this bad boy out there, see what happens. I don't have my other camera on yet, so that's one of the downsides to this. Here where I'm at, there is a channel out there, and you've got to get right on it to get into deep water. If not, you get on that shelf. Typically, I've always had luck getting out in that channel, so I think that's where we got this one at. So let's go ahead and get that one locked in. Set it down. And let's try to figure out what we're going to do for our next bait. I've already got some red chicken up ready to go. But I really want to get one of those hot dogs in. It's just going to be a plain hot dog that's been in salt. Let's see what it does. Just a hot dog. I don't know if you can tell, I'm squeezing it and nothing's happening really. So get this one on a hook. See if we can tell any kind of a difference about it going on. Oh yeah, it went on that good. I don't know if you can tell. If you ever used a hot dog, it went on like that right there. Usually they tell you to hook it through the other way, but that one went on no problem. Went on beautifully. So red chickens up next. It's actually been in the fridge for quite a while, and it doesn't smell that bad. Actually, this piece is pretty tough too, so we may be in for a pretty good night. And I don't know how many of you guys actually follow like the fishing calendars, that kind of thing. I checked it out, and you know, it's depending on which one you want to look at about what they say, but I looked at one and it said tonight was going to be poor fishing. I looked at another one and it said, oh, tonight's going to be a good night. I don't know. I just know it's supposed to start raining, and I'd always heard that, you know, when rain's about to come in, that's usually when fish will start biting. So we're going to test those theories and test out, I guess, these farmers' almanacs, see how close they are as compared to the Bass Pro, whatever they call them. Okay, so right now we got 3 out in the water. I think this next one we're going to put out will be I think the next one we'll put out will be our night crawler. We'll give it a try tonight. Usually I don't do night crawlers too much, but we'll try her tonight. So we're going to kind of go all out. We'll try a little bit of everything. I've still got some pig's feet to get opened up and put on a hook. Apparently this little fella didn't want to go on a hook. Jumped out of my hands and started begging, saying, use the pig's feet, he said. I told him, nah, I'm going to save the pig's feet for a little bit later. Told him it would be a little traditional to start off the night with. What we got going on there? Well, we got some bluegill floating around. My intent was initially to bring a little rod and little reel to try to catch me a bluegill or two for bait, but I forgot that, so ain't happening tonight. But we got everything else in the world to throw at them, so I figure, you know, they're not happy with what we have to offer. Ain't nothing I can do about it. That's got 4 of them in the water. We'll see what happens for a little bit while I get these other 3 kind of figured out and getting ready to go. And once I get them up, we'll see about getting some bait on them. So, let me tell you, right now, I have the grandfather of all nastiness when it comes to potential bait. This is what I said my son picked out. Pig's feet, packed in vinegar. He opened it up just to try to taste it. Yeah, I didn't taste it. I wasn't no way I was going to. He wasn't going to till his papa said something about it. When his papa said something about it, he's like, "Oh yeah, I'll try it." And needless to say, he didn't enjoy it. And just from opening it, a little bit of the gel, that's about all I can say that it is, got on the rim of it, and I mean, it stinks. It almost smells like rubber. And as that's sitting there, I don't know if you can, yeah, I know you can't see it, but it's got mosquitoes swarming around it. So gonna be interesting, but I've got a couple lines ready, so we're gonna give it a try. Like I said, we're gonna came out here to throw everything we had at it tonight, so we're gonna he didn't want to get back into it. Oh man, I think it sealed itself back up. That stuff is nasty. One thing I'm going to tell y'all, invest in for your tackle box. If you don't have one, invest in a bait knife. You know, like this was $2, I think, at Walmart. My dad picked it up for me. He caught them on sale. He picked up like 3 or 4. I think he picked up 2 of these and maybe 2 fillet knives. One of the best investments. I've actually used it to make my, if you notice, this is the same thing I've used to make my red chicken with. I've cut about everything up with it. I think I've cut some fish with it to use for bait. So I think this is going to be the worst thing I've ever used it for. Oh. I'm glad this is going back in my tackle box and not in my anything important. So bear with me here. I don't even know how this is going to stay. Excuse me, on a hook if it does. But the sad thing is that I have to touch it. The slime. Yeah, I ain't even gonna make it out in the water, I don't think. If it makes it out, it's gonna be a miracle. Oh well. Let's see what it does. Yeah. don't think this will be, I don't think this is going to make a very viable bait because I don't even know where that one went to. Not unless some of this is a little bit sturdier. Well, here's try number 2 to see if we can get anything out in it. Well, if anything comes into the shallows, we might stand a chance. So, you know, just for giggles. Let's leave it out there shallow. Yeah, so I got a feeling pig's feet, nah. At least not in this form. Maybe if you went the route of finding like some kind of a mesh or something to put it in, possibility. But we'll see. I mean, anything can happen, right? Looking out. Probably about 3 feet from where I cast it at, and looks like there's about a 12-inch bass. So any of y'all that bass fish, you may want to try you some pickled pig's feet. So I figured we'd take a couple minutes before it got dark. Fish haven't been biting anything. About to kind of reel in, check everything. Probably switch over to mainly red chicken. May leave 1 or 2 of these out with that bait that my father-in-law gave me. We'll see, but I wanted to kind of touch base with some of the equipment that I've got. Talking about being on a budget. If you notice that system right there with the lights, the mic, a phone in there, that system right there, I got that. It's one of the few new things I've got. It was like $20 off Amazon. The phone there, that's an old iPhone SE. I bought it to replace one, and it didn't work. There was a problem. It was supposed to be unlocked, but it wanted to revert over to I think it's Sprint. I don't remember which one it was, but I never did get around to sending it back, and it sat around. I thought, well, you know, it's too late to kind of send it back now because of warranty, so you put it to use. So that's one of the cameras I use to record with. The tripod there was a Goodwill find. I think it was like $3. Had to do a little work to it to make it work right, but it does the job. Over here, the selfie stick, got that at Ollie's. It was like $2. The camera that's on it, or the phone that's on it, it's an old iPhone. I think that one's a 6S. That's the phone that I had that the SE was supposed to replace and didn't work. So had gave that to my oldest son, and he's dropped it, and we wanted to try to get something where we could monitor him a little bit better as far as apps and locking him down for school and everything. So we moved him back over to an Android, and But that one's got a cracked string, so I thought that would be a good one to use for recording with. So that's it. That's screwed on to just a tripod, another tripod. That is pretty much a brand new tripod. However, I got that at a yard sale last weekend for $10. And it was pretty much new. It still had plastic and it hadn't been completely put together yet. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. And then one thing I wanted to show you all is the site. Yeah, 6 rods, not a bite. I got a little excited a few minutes ago. You notice, remember, I talked about putting the weight on there. So I've got my cooler sit on there. However, the ice shifted, caused the whole thing to rock, and I was getting a little excited. Turned out to be nothing. But beautiful view here. And then to cap it off, to make it complete, got the fire going to try to run off some of the mosquitoes. And we're getting some nice color coming in. Yeah, this is my view right now. This is what my view's been for the last hour and a half or so. It's coming up now on 7 o'clock. Traditionally, about this time, as far as darkness goes, is when they normally would start biting. But we'll see how that goes. But like I said, I'm fixing to reel in, replace some of these with pretty much my red chicken, and probably some of this bait that, like I said, my father-in-law gave me. And we'll see what happens. I know I've got the hot dog on one still, a night crawler on the other. The pig feet did not work. It would not stay on. So, but hopefully I'll be back in a few minutes with an update, maybe with the fish. So stay tuned. Well, it's pretty much getting close to time. I would think they would start biting. So we'll go ahead and turn the camera on for a little bit and let it roll. Don't know how long I'll actually stay here at this point, because I didn't pack enough wood. So burn up what I got. May go ahead and try to scavenge some around. Started my fire early to try to combat the mosquitoes, and it worked, but didn't pack enough. I packed a real seasoned wood, dead. But I got a lot here. I got a pretty good equipment, so here in a few minutes we'll turn the light on, see what we can come up with, and keep rolling a little bit. Well, as you can see, it's gotten pretty dark, so let's put a little light on the subject. That works pretty good. So yeah, like I said, 20 bucks. And it's not just for catfishing. No matter what kind of YouTube videos and such that you're doing, I think that was a pretty good investment. So, turn this up a little bit brighter, get out of the way so you don't see the big white blob. We'll see how it does on the rods, see if you can get a view on them. It's starting to sprinkle a little bit, so I don't know how good that's going to do, but we'll see. I don't know how well you can see them, but I can see my rod pretty good. What I paid for it, I wouldn't mind having another one to set up on another one and just use it for the lights. But we'll leave it running for a little bit longer. I'm down to 2 sticks of wood. I went and scrabbed some, but it ain't gonna burn that great, so I think I'll go ahead and put these 2 sticks on, and once they burn up, we'll pretty much call it, and we'll see what happens in the meantime. whole bunch of catfishers. Sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug, and it seems like I am the bug every time. So, made it till almost 9 o'clock. Wood ran out. I tell ya, I think I had myself freaked out tonight. It was just a weird feeling. No matter how many lights and stuff I had up, it just seemed like the dark was just creeping. It was just closing in. Really weird. Yeah. One too many scary stories, scary movies or something I went through this week. I don't know. Thought about trying to end tonight with something really funny, but yeah. Going to do something along the lines of being like, you missed the part where I caught the fish and I cooked it and everything. Then I was going to show me eating that. But where's the fun in that? Pick that up on the way here. Oh, I may have to change the name of this channel to, trying to catch catfish on a budget. I don't know, but it was fun still, whether you catch them or not. So needless to say, I'm going to be back out on the water as soon as I can. They're calling for rain tomorrow, but I don't know. If it ain't raining, I may try to hit the water again tomorrow. Next week is fall break for the kids. My wife has to work, but Friday was looking pretty clear. We'll see what the weather has to do on that day, and may try river that day. But in the daylight, I may try up to Paragon, see what happens. Much as I'd like to hit up the Ohio River, it'd be a good day for that. But don't know what the wife would say about taking 4 kids up there. The current's pretty good still, even down below that dam. But I think Paragon would be a pretty good spot, unless it's pretty crowded because of everybody on fall break. But get up there early and we can see what happens. Guys, appreciate you watching. I apologize I ain't catching anything, but look, on the bright side, you get to see my beautiful face. So guys, keep your lines tight. God bless y'all, and we'll keep on trying. That's all we can do. Have a good one, guys.
If you like my daddy's video, hit like, subscribe, and leave a comment.